Okay, so when I first come home every single night, the first thing that's greeting me is my little puppy Blue. I just love his little hugs and kisses when I come home from work. He's always so excited to see me. I usually, after that, I'll usually take off all of my, coat, shoes, everything like that. And then I just have to get my hair out of my face, especially if I'm gonna be cooking. And then I also take off all of my jewelry. I just want to be comfortable, just kind of get the day off a little bit and, start getting dinner ready. Here, I'm just kind of emptying out my lunch bag from the day, putting things in the dishwasher from my lunch, and putting an apron on because I don't really change out of my work clothes immediately when I come home from work. I just kind of wait until I'm done showering and all of that to get into cozier clothes. So I put my little apron on here just to protect my clothes that I'm wearing to work. And just kind of getting things going in the kitchen. So the first thing that I do is just get the lunches ready for tomorrow. Usually I do have all of the lunches prepped. However, it depends. Most times the lunches and snacks are prepped, so I'm just getting those things out of the fridge. On this particular week, we'd already had some pasta salad prepped into containers and ready to go, so I got out 2, one for me, one for Mike, and then here I am just portioning out some black bean hummus that we're gonna have with some pitas as a snack. I usually have, for the most part, the snacks pre-packaged as well, just for really easy grab and go. I just like to do whatever I can with meal prepping to make the weeknights a little bit easier. I'm just giving my baby some love. Mike usually doesn't get home, for about an hour to 2 hours after me. So I kind of just want, when he comes home from work, to just have dinner together and relax into our night and not have to worry about getting all this stuff done. So I'm just putting some popcorn into some snack bags and getting things ready for lunch. So after lunches are done and put away in the fridge, all packed up, I'm just getting started on dinner. On this particular night, we were having hamburger soup. I love making soups, stews, and just crock pot meals and really hearty things during this time of year. It's pretty cold out where we live now, so just wanted a really cozy dinner. This particular one is actually by the Pioneer Woman. So I have her cookbook open in front of me there, and I just chopped up some onion to add to the pot. And now I'm just going to add some celery, rinse that off, get that chopped up, and add that to the pot as well. So now I'm just getting ready to add the ground beef to my pot. I'm going to saute that with the vegetables that I just chopped up. This is just organic grass-fed ground beef from Trader Joe's. So then after I add that to my pot and I have that sauteing just with some olive oil and salt and pepper, I'm just chopping up a red bell pepper, a yellow bell pepper, and a green bell pepper, and I'm going to add that to the soup as well. So this ground beef, onions, and celery mixture has been browning, and I've just been kind of, tending to that as I'm chopping these peppers up. So then I just added the peppers to the mixture, and then about half a can of organic whole tomato sauce and the whole tomatoes. So I just added that in. And then stirred that all together, and then started chopping up some red onions. I chopped these up probably into quarter-sized pieces to add to my soup. I'm also the world's messiest cook, as my fiance can attest to, so obviously I just had to drop a potato on the floor while I'm chopping. And then I'm just adding some organic beef broth, pretty much the whole container there, to my soup, mixing everything up and just kind of letting that all simmer together. So while that's going on the stove, I'm just going to start preparing the spice mixture for this soup. Pretty much just had salt, pepper, I believe there was parsley. I'll link everything down below because I can't remember right now, but mixing all my spices together so I can just add to the soup at once. And then right before we're about to sit down to eat, Mike's usually home at this time, and I feed our little pup his dinner. And then here is the finished result of our soup. It was so good, and I like to serve that with just like a nice toasted piece of bread on the side. It was delicious and perfect for this chilly early winter night. So after dinner, Mike is usually out taking Blue for a walk to do his business, and while he's doing that, I'm just getting started on the kitchen. He typically, when he comes back in from taking the dog out, he'll then step in and start helping me out, and he's usually the dishwasher while I'm just kind of spraying down all the counters and oven and just getting everything kind of cleaned up for the night. And then I just go over to our kitchen table and spray that down as well. My favorite spray for my kitchen is the Method All-Purpose Spray. I love pretty much all of their scents, but my favorite is the lavender, and then I think the other one is like salt lime or sea salt lime or something like that. They just smell so good, and I like to try to use the non-toxic cleaning products when I can. And then, of course, just lighting the candle in the middle of our table there and kind of shutting the lights off and pushing the chairs in. We had just gotten in the mail that day our guest book for our wedding, so that's what's on the table there. And then after that, I am just starting to get ready, to be cozy for the rest of the night. On this particular night, I was washing my hair, so just start by taking out my contact lenses, which is such a fun part of the day. And then I'll just do one wash of my face before getting into the shower. I like to take this time to use my makeup remover to get pretty much all of my makeup off before getting into the shower. So I'll use a couple pumps of the Boscia Makeup Breakup Cleansing Oil. I love that stuff, and I just kind of massage that all into my face. I let it sit over my eyes a little bit to dissolve the mascara, so I'm not like really pulling in that area too much.
but I just kind of rub that all over my face, and then I use a washcloth with some warm water and just wipe pretty much all of my makeup off. If I was not washing my hair, then I would go in with my Clarisonic with my face wash before getting into the shower, but since I'm washing my hair, it's just easier for me to kind of wash my face while I'm in there, so I will wash my face when I'm in the shower. Then I'm just taking my hair down and brushing that out before I get in the shower, because if I'm gonna wash my hair and I don't brush my hair beforehand, it's gonna be just a really naughty mess when I try to brush it out later. And then I always do dry brushing on my body before I get into the shower. I really noticed a difference with this, and I just like the way it makes my skin feel. After my shower, I just get into some pajamas and start winding down for the night. So doing my whole evening skincare, cleaning out my ears, of course. And here I'm just going in with my Retin-A serum. This is a prescription from my dermatologist. I found that it made a huge difference with my skin, so I go in with that first. I try to kind of let that dry for a few seconds, and then I go in with the Sunday Riley UFO oil. I used to suffer from really terrible cystic acne, and then what made the biggest difference for me was going off of birth control. My acne essentially disappeared overnight, and then with the help of the products from the dermatologist, I've helped to get rid of a lot of my acne scarring, and the UFO oil kind of just helps if I get a breakout here and there. It really just prevents that from happening, honestly. And then I just follow that up with my CeraVe PM moisturizer, which I love. And then after that, since my hair is wet, I'm just taking it down from the towel and just kind of squeezing it out into the towel a little bit to dry it a little bit more. Going in with my leave-in conditioner. This one is from L'Oreal. I think it's their Elvive line. My favorite leave-in conditioner is Bumble & Bumble's Invisible Hair Primer Spray. I love that. I think it works really well and it smells amazing. But this is just handy, and I needed to pick something up quickly for a little bit cheaper. So I got that, and I'm trying that out. And then I put a little bit of the Bumble & Bumble Invisible Hair Oil just throughout my hair as well. And then I'm just gonna start brushing my hair out, brushing all that product through it. And then before I blow dry, I just go in with Living Proof, the Perfect Fresh Cut Split End Mender, I think it's called. I don't know, it's great. It's made a huge difference in my hair. I cannot go without this stuff now. My hair, the split ends are either non-existent or they just disappear, which is great. And then I love Drybar products as well, so going in with the Southern Belle Volumizing Mousse. I love having volume in my hair, so I just add that to the crown and roots of my hair at the front before blow drying. I think this makes a huge difference in the volume that I get, and it helps to make my hair kind of last longer between washes. So after that, I'll just kind of brush that product through, and then I won't blow dry my hair right away. I usually go into my living room, try to read a book for a little bit. If my puppy doesn't come and, interrupt that, which he usually does. And during this time, Mike is usually kind of off taking his shower and winding down for the night. And then the blow drying. So this really takes me about 10 minutes to do, but I don't do it all the time during the week just because I'm just too tired, and sometimes just not worth it to go through the whole process of blow drying. My hair is naturally wavy, so it is kind of tough to deal with when I don't blow dry it, and it doesn't last as long in between washes. So I do try to do it, but I know it's not great for your hair to use heat styling all the time. So I wash my hair, maybe twice during the week, and blow dry it maybe once. And then after blow drying is done, I just brush out my hair again.
So after my hair is dry, I'll actually go back in with the same Living Proof Fresh Cut split end. I won't use as much as I did on my wet hair, but I'll still go in. I run this through the ends of my hair. I think this gives it like a nice finishing touch and really just seals in all the ends of my hair against damage. And then same thing, I'll also go back in again with the Bumble and Bumble Invisible Hairdresser Oil, and really just there concentrate on like the mid to ends of my hair. And then after that's done, it's just time to relax. So I usually will spend time with Mike and cuddle with them, my boys on the couch. And on this particular night, we were getting ready to watch Riverdale, which was exciting. And then after that, it's time for bed. Mike and I go to bed at the same time every night. We make it a point to do that and think it's important for our relationship. So while he's kind of getting Blue all taken care of and taking him out before bed, I'm just setting up, getting the diffuser going. I love to diffuse lavender and cedarwood oils at night. So I'm just getting that set up here. I love getting ready for bed and just kind of taking the bed down, and honestly our bed is so comfortable and I love to sleep, so it's like my favorite thing ever to get in bed at the end of the night. And I love that we do it together and we kind of like fall asleep and start, talking to each other, and it's just nice quality time to spend together and go to bed at the same time every day. Blue usually sleeps in his crate, actually on the floor next to our bed. So he is in the room with us, but we don't have him come in the bed with us. And then every single night I twist my hair into this really attractive bun and put a scrunchie around it so it doesn't really pull up my hair too much. And then I put on lip balm and slather my hands with like a really, really thick hand cream. So I just go to bed looking so attractive every single night. Mike must really love it. But yeah, this is it. And then we just end our night.